Y'all, let's dive right into the tea of it all. We just, of course, had the best Kiki talking about Nene Leakes and Ebony K. Williams. We just got off the line talking about that. And then we get the breaking news that Mary Cosby is going to be back for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City for season 4. Now, this to me is something to get excited about because I just feel like Mary Cosby was gone too soon, right? And I know that for Mary, she had a lot that she was dealing with, and there was a lot of things that she had said that kind of made people cringe, and she apologized for. But I mean, who can deny the power that was Mary Cosby coming back? So, an insider tells Page Six that Mary wanted to come back. Okay. But a second source says that while she had hoped to come back to the franchise, she needed time to process Jenny Nguyen's controversy. Okay. Now, you guys may recall Jenny was fired in January of 2022 after just one season because of a series of offensive, okay, social media posts that were mocking the Black Lives Matter movement and protests that had occurred in 2020. Now, they said that she was dealing with a lot after the trauma of season after she was dealing with a lot of trauma after season 2. So all of that just really kind of shook Mary, especially after Jenny threw a glass at her on camera. And she was grateful for the time away from the cameras. But now it appears as though she is ready to get back into the mix. Okay. Now, back in 2022, in February, again, a whole year ago, she told Page Six that she did not enjoy her time on the show or form any strong bonds with the ladies. But apparently, a year later, things have changed. All right. Now, apparently, she will return to the group as a friend of Meredith Marks, okay, since she is the only person on the cast that is actually in any communication with her, right? So they've reestablished their connection over this year and have been texting and talking more in recent months. Now, Bravo has not responded to any of these claims or provided commentary about this at all. But we do know that Meredith Marks, Heather Gay, Lisa Barlow, and Whitney Rose have all gotten the go ahead and the green light for returning for season 4, which they will be filming very, very soon. Okay. Now, on January the 20th, someone told Page Six that they're trying to bring in new women to lighten up the show. All right. And they're still deciding if they're going to make friends of like Angie Harrington, Angie K, and Dana, if they would be promoted or if they were going to be finding new talent in general. But they do need people to bridge the gap of the divided cast. I can definitely tell you, Mary is not going to help any with that. Okay. But I think she's going to add some much needed interest to the storylines in general because Mary's presence was definitely missed throughout this season. I mean, Salt Lake City has thrived on the chaoticness of, honestly, let's really get down to it, much of Jen Shaw's shenanigans, as well as the scandals surrounding Jen Shaw, and then Mary and her, like, sort of just quirky personality, fashion sense, commentary, and her epic arguments with much of the cast during the time of that she was actually on the show. So to me, I don't know. It was hard for me to watch the season without Mary, to be quite honest with you, because I felt like we needed some extra dynamics in the mix to kind of break things up. And I do feel like they need like we need some more black people on that show. And I know that's probably hard to find in the Salt Lake City, Utah. If you live in the Salt Lake City area, well, clearly there was some people that go to Mary's church. Find somebody there. Is the church still boarded up though? Somebody let me know in the chatterization. Is the church still boarded up? Is it good to go? Are people back in the church? The pandy might have caused people to not go to church. Find somebody that listened to Mary's podcast when she was doing it. Is she still doing the podcasting? I don't know. To be quite honest with you, I could just follow Mary through her house all season and get lost in the shuffle of what that show would be. Okay. Now, let's also get into a ponderosa about, what's coming. When is this being filmed? When is Dubai coming back? What's the filming schedule looking like? Well, we can tell you all of that thanks to our friends over at the Queens of Bravo. Now, for what we have here from Queens of Bravo, and it has been cited by several other sources as well, is that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City starts filming on February the 13th. Okay. So that would be, now, wait a minute. They're starting on the 13th? Hold on now. Hold on. Now that's the day after the Super Bowl, ain't it? When is the Super Bowl? Listen, all these concerts, and I know the Super Bowl ain't no concert, but it's kind of like a Rihanna concert, to be honest with you. I mean, for those of us that ain't really watching for the game and things, or know who's playing at all in any way, shape, or form. Yep, the game is on February 12th at 6:30 p.m. That is when Rihanna will grace the stage again at the the Rihanna concert, and then there's some football happening too. So we got that going on. And then February the 13th, we got the filming start for Salt Lake City for season 4. So they ain't wasting no time. We got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills starting on the 14th. So they're starting on that Tuesday. Jen Shaw allegedly goes to jail. Well, not allegedly. She will report for duty to her to go to camp, as they call it, on the 17th, which is, for those of you guys who are looking at your calendars, that is a Friday. Figure out what you're doing that day. And then Real Housewives of Dubai starts filming on the 20th. Now, what we also know is, with regards to Dubai, okay, hold on, let me pull it up, because we did have somebody leaving the Real Housewives of the Dubai. Our good girlfriend Nina Ali has left the show. Did you watch Real Housewives of Dubai? Was y'all watching at all? I mean, let us know in the chatterization. I was watching. I loved it. Went to that premiere and everything. Thank you, Bravo. Now, Nina says it was an honor to be a part of the debut season of The Real Housewives of Dubai and to help Bravo TV bring this beloved franchise to the city I call home. I'm grateful to the network, Andy Cohen, and the team at Truly Original for welcoming me into this extended family and for embracing the diversity of riches Dubai has to offer. 2023 has already brought many exciting opportunities my way, including an emerging new business, new home, and new adventures. So for now, I'll be moving my attention away from the show to allow myself the space to focus on new challenges. I wish my fellow housewives all the best moving forward. I will be cheering you on. This tends to happen after a first season of a franchise. The network typically will go back and look and see who's working and who's not working, who tested well with audiences and who did not connect. And my belief is that Bravo decided that Nina Ali just did not bring enough drama to the show. And maybe it wasn't necessarily drama, but just like personal, I don't want to say personal story, because I feel like we did see a lot of her filming with her family. But I just felt like she may not have been the most vocal person, except when it came to that reunion. She was a lot more vocal there, but just vocal in terms of like sort of mixing it up, stating her opinion, making a stand and really putting people, in their place, personality wise. I just don't know that she did enough to warrant a second season. And, she's kind of getting the Deshaun Snow treatment. A lot of times the show will, start with a couple of, a good group, but one or two just isn't necessarily the right fit. And so we see this happen with a lot of shows. So I'm not really surprised by it, but um, Nina Ali, we bid you adieu. You are beautiful, have a beautiful family, but it's time to move on. And the Real Housewives of Dubai will begin filming on February the 20th. So that would be the following Monday. So we got lots of things going on in the world of Housewives. It's going to be a doozy of a February based on what we're seeing here. So we'll be looking for all the details on all the stories as things break. But for now, Mary Cosby is back.